Today our guest is Marc Morial. He is the president of the National Urban League. He's also the former mayor of New Orleans. I'm proud to claim him as an esteemed fraternity brother of Alpha Phi Alpha as well. And during his visit to Jackson State University as a recent commencement speaker for the fall, he spoke to JSU-TV about a range of issues. Now, welcome to WJSU, and welcome to Jackson Morning Alive as well. And we want to ask you,
It's great to be with another great Alpha man.
Okay. Yes,
Thank you very much, and good to be here at Jackson State University.
Absolutely. Now, there are a lot of hot button issues that are going on right now, and I want to quickly ask you, because I know you're busy, the political climate, for one. I want to talk about, you are a Democrat, and the Democrats took a shellacking in the midterm elections. So what does that bode for the future?
Well, you know, it's an uncertain times, but the president is still the president and will remain president for the remaining 2 years, although the Republicans now control both houses of Congress. No matter who's in control or who's in charge, our agenda remains the same. And our agenda is about jobs. Our agenda is around justice. Our agenda is around education and workforce. Those things remain constant. So we will continue to push. I feel like we've been pushing into a headwind for the last several years, and the headwind could get a little stiffer, but we will continue to push. It's a time of uncertainty. But in this nation, at the national level, we have elections every 2 years. So we are already busy registering and encouraging people to get prepared for the next election cycle.
Now, speaking of tense time, I want to talk quickly about the racial tension here in the United States, specifically Ferguson, Missouri, and also the New York Police Department. Now, there seems to be the perception that their police officers have impunity. What do you make of the situation that's going on there?
Americans, I hope, understand and embrace the principle that no one is above the law, not even a law officer, not the president, not the Supreme Court. No one is above the law. And police officers should be accountable if they violate the rights of a person. And I think common sense demonstrates, anyone that saw the tape with Eric Garner, if your conscience was not shocked, if you thought that was an appropriate act by a police officer, I wonder where your humanity is.
So how should civil protests be carried out?
They should be carried out peacefully. They should be carried out in an organized way. And we welcome, and of course the National Urban League has supported peaceful protests, but we also do not support and reject the idea that people should turn to violence. All that does is produce a backlash, and we just released, the National Urban League did a 10-point justice plan that focuses on criminal justice reform and police accountability.
So what does the future hold for African Americans?
You know, we have withstood tremendous stress, tremendous challenges in this country, and as a community, we are better off than we were 50 years ago. It may not seem that way right now, given the challenges that we face, but I'm enthused in one way by the response, that people seeing these injustices have decided to speak up, decided to express their outrage. But what we've got to do behind that is we need changes. We need body cameras on every police officer. We need dashboard cameras on every police car. We need a uniform standard for the use of deadly force in this country. We need, in some states, special prosecutors if we cannot rely on local district attorneys to bring about justice. There are a number of things that we can do to make the situation better, to improve things. But really, at the end of the day, we got to build trust. Trust between communities, and especially trust between police and communities.
So what is the most pressing issue? You talk about trust, building communities. The most pressing issue for the National Urban League today?
Jobs, 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 jobs. Economic empowerment, helping put people to work. This is what we do. We run job training and job placement programs in almost 100 cities across the nation. And we also run programs that assist small businesses who are job creators in this country in 10+ cities in the United States. So this is our real calling card to work for jobs and economic empowerment.
Now, during your visit to Jackson State University, you spoke to the graduates. What was the most compelling issue that you relayed to them, the most compelling topic?
Perseverance, and that their education is not over, that they've just achieved an important celebratory milestone, but their need to continue to learn, their need to continue to hone their skills, their need to be better at their craft and their chosen line of work must continue. Today, when one finishes college, it's a cause for celebration, but it's not an end.
Now, I'm going to give you a chance to give any final or anything you'd like to say.
I'm just want to congratulate the Jackson State University community. This university is really, as a Research One university, really made its mark not only in Mississippi, but indeed in the nation. So I certainly thank the president and the board of trustees and the faculty and the staff and all the students, and say continue to keep up, to continue the good work.
Well, Mr. Morial, I want to thank you for joining Metro Morning Live on JSU-TV. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Great. Thanks, LA.